How's it going, everybody? Michael Fenster, a chiropractor. I'm coming to you from my office in Avondale Estates, Georgia, greater Decatur, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia area. I wanted to talk a little bit, because it's been coming up in the office a lot lately, about the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, how it relates to the spine, and how chiropractic care can help that. What I see a lot in this office is a lot of over-sympathetic tone of the body. What is sympathetic tone? Well, the sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight, and your parasympathetic nervous system is your rest and digest. And if you're in sympathetic tone, that means that your body is elevated in anxiousness, cortisol levels, generally, as the body likes to call it, fight or flight, which means that you are actually running away from danger or running towards something to fight it, usually in a life-threatening situation. That's how the body was built. Obviously, these days, many people are not living in true fight or flight, where their decision that they make will, come into risk of losing their life, but the body doesn't know the difference, and it will still react that way. On the opposite end, rest and digest is when the body is able to shut down, come out of sympathetic tone, and either rest, go to sleep, rejuvenate, sit down, or digest. And this is a gross generalization, but basically, able for the body to stop and digest food and turn over cells and regenerate and rejuvenate. Now, how does this relate to chiropractic? Well, very, very cool, right? So this is your spine. And if you are not familiar, the top orange part is where your neck is. This blue part is where your mid-back is. The red part is your low back. This is your pelvis and your sacrum. This is you from behind, okay? Cervical spine, thoracic spine, lumbar spine, sacrum, and hips or pelvis. Now, the spinal cord, which is the continuation of your brain, sitting here, comes down through the base of the skull and into the top portion of your cervical spine, what we call the upper cervical spine, protected by Atlas C1 and Axis C2. This is your brain stem, okay? This is the part of the brain where all of the innate functions happen, the things you do not have to think about, such as digesting, heartbeat, lungs, all of those cool things that your body does without you having to think about it, versus the things that you have to think about, like I'm going to move a finger or move my hand around in space. Because your spinal cord is protected by your spine, your bony elements of your spine, the bony elements of the spine, when they are subluxated or misaligned, can put pressure and interference into the spinal system. This is where chiropractic and the sympathetic parasympathetic tone comes into play. The very, very top of your spinal cord, that brain stem, and the very top part of the upper cervical spine is a parasympathetic area. Same goes for the spinal cord at the bottom of your spine. The middle is a sympathetic area. So, basically, the sympathetic functions, the fight or flight functions of the body, are controlled by the middle of the spine. The parasympathetic functions of the body are controlled by the very top of your spine and the very bottom of your spine. So, if you have a subluxation, or if you're patterning subluxation patterns in the middle, and more often it's usually top and bottom, the body then is not able to balance sympathetic parasympathetic tone, and you will be in one state or the other. Usually, people are stuck more in sympathetic fight or flight, anxiousness, overexertion, adrenals, cortisol, etc., because that's just the way that the world is these days. And oftentimes, those subluxation patterns at the top or the very bottom won't allow the body to get out of that. And the sympathetic tone, parasympathetic tone, in the middle is not able to balance. So if you're not getting adjusted regularly, getting checked by a chiropractor regularly, there's a good chance that your very top of your spine, your upper cervical spine, the very bottom, is in a pattern, subluxation pattern. It's not letting your body chill out, for lack of a better term. So that's why chiropractic care oftentimes brings relief for insomniacs, for over anxious people, for bodies that are stuck in adrenal overload, where their body just can't relax, not getting enough sleep, etc. Got to check out your chiropractor. I hope this was helpful. Again, Michael Fenster, chiropractor, Avondale Estates, Georgia, Greater Decatur, Georgia area, and Greater Atlanta area. We're on the east side of Atlanta, inside the perimeter, at 8 North Clarendon Avenue in Avondale Estates, Georgia. Give us a call, 404-242-2164. The website is inspinewetrust.com. Again, it is www.inspinewetrust.com. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this informative or you think someone would benefit from it, please pass it along. Hope to see you in the office soon. Bye-bye.